like I was telling you that we are almost close to the fourth phase of the lockdown, and despite relaxations that have been given, schools that will still remain closed and have been closed until now. Now, people from different walks of life who have been facing their own set of issues during the lockdown. But today, joining us on the panel are our experts. Chandra Rai Singhani, who's the president of RD School in New Delhi, and Sangeeta Bhargava, who's the director of Tender Heart School in Patna. These educationists primarily joining us to help those parents who have children who go to kindergarten and play schools. And I'd like to thank you firstly for joining us on the broadcast. Chandra Rai Singhani, if I can first come to you to address how parents who have children of that age and at a time when play schools are shut, how can they teach their children at home?
I would say the main thing would be screen time, unfortunately. Because at that age, we don't really advise screen time. We are talking about hands-on learning. We are talking about going out into the park and learning with the fauna and the flora. But unfortunately, with this lockdown, the screen time is the only thing which the child would take to. And there are a lot of parents who are restricting screen time. And for these small children to immediately have parents who are encouraging that, okay, now get into the screen and, get some learning from there, it must be very challenging and difficult, not only for the parents, but for the children. And the children to adapt to this new way, which is now becoming the norm, is kind of difficult. And our pre-primary and primary stage is Montessori, which is completely hands-on learning. And we have managed very well in the sense that the teachers, I think the younger generation takes to technology. Before we knew it, our senior classes were used because we used to have online classes during pollution days. So technology, etc., we are a Microsoft school. So those things were in place. But unfortunately, the primary and especially the pre-primary needed overnight training. So I would say that kudos to the teachers and the mentors who immediately took to it. Of course, it had a little problems in the sense the parents were not very receptive to it, and it took adjustment for them to understand understand that up to grade 2, the children are not used to using the computer. So to be able to put it on, off, of course, some of them are having ICT classes, but to put yourself on mute, unmute, speak, one by one, not together, for the teacher to manage these challenges, it was quite difficult. But at the same time, parallelly, what we were doing, the curriculum developers, we didn't want to change the curriculum at all because the children had to finish April, the children had to finish May. So we were not doing fun learning. So we took to the curriculum, but what needed to be changed drastically was the way of delivery, the modes, the tools, the curriculum planning as far as the class is concerned. So that had to change dynamically. And I think day by day, I think overnight, we are acquiring new tools. The teachers are using Active Inspire. They are using Flipchart. They are using, we are having socials. So the academic part is being done through flip charts and through 3D presentations, which have to be interesting. But what we have managed is
absolutely, because this is a very tender age between 3 to 6, and of course now given the lockdown, ways have to be altered to how a child needs to be dealt with. Absolutely. I hope, Mobashir, that answers your questions. We have a lot of callers calling in now. I believe Somnath is now wanting to take his question from Delhi. Somnath, over to you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. And my question is, I have a kid who's just, 5.5 years old and just moved to, class 1, this March. But unfortunately, the lockdown happened and everything happened. So the school has been very cooperative. I mean, online homework, and then even they've managed to send the textbooks, to our home. But my question around is that the kids are becoming a little, impatient because of the lockdown. They're not being able to, see their friends. So I noticed this, certain spurts of, emotional outbursts, when the kid is playing on a video game or resorting to, mobile, watching videos on mobile phone or a tablet, and when you kind of, try to take that away, the kid is, they suddenly I see this resentment and, anger and emotional outbursts and then crying. So how do we kind of, keep the psychological, aspect of kids, who are completely, locked down? And even worst is that since I'm a working professional and working from home, now I'm kind of, taking over his space. So his space was playing in the house or running around, but now, with constant work from home, I mean, his area of, play is also being restricted and kind of, I'm taking over his space as well. So my question to you is, I mean, how can we take care of the psychological needs of, young kids?
Right, this is a problem that a lot of parents are facing. Chandra, you'd like to answer that?
Yes, please. So let me answer you in two folds this answer. I think all schools also must realize that the emotional and the psychological effect it's happening on children must be observed. So let me tell you a few things which we are doing in our school, but I would give you an idea how you could do it at home as a parent. So like we maintain routine extremely well. For example, we have a prayer time, we do a yoga time, whatever we are doing in school, we follow that. But the children must be able to see each other, to be able to talk to each other. So as a parent, what I would suggest to you, the school, of course, is doing their very best what they can do. But you could maybe mobilize about 6-7 of the class friends, get them onto Team or Zoom, whichever way you want. And maybe each time one mother could take care of that group, and that one mother could make them talk to each other, maybe have a little quiz which all the children answer. Maybe every child can talk about himself. Maybe they can share things about their games. And the mother can, even if she's working, they can take turns. So if there are 6 children, one mother gets one turn. And half an hour of this is enough. But the social needs of the children, they need to see their friends, even a ball in team. You can have a imaginary thing that all of you have a ball and okay, bounce the ball, catch the ball, put your left hand up, right hand up, etc. So movement can be done in Teams or Zoom together. So it's very important that parents see to it that they have this,
Yes.
what do they call it, the party friends or something like that.
All right, also waiting on the line is Shankar. He is calling from Thane. Shankar, please put your question for our experts.
Good morning, members of the panel. The question is like this. The school where the children are going, they don't have an interactive session. It is just they upload the material and the parents are forced to assess the child in, as you say, pausing, repausing and all those things. And then there is no interactive session. There is actually just a question are being uploaded and the child is forced to listen to the session and it becomes too much for a 4th standard or 5th standard child to understand that language and note down the answers. So the parents have to, instead of that, I would prefer that they put the entire question and answer session instead of doing this way. Or, as you said, if there is an interacting session between the children, that would be more enjoyable as a class. But not this. This is just becoming a routine, the child getting glued to the TV and with parents downloading the stuff and giving it to them.
Absolutely. Chandra, if you can take that question, because a lot of us are working in very limited ways, but to limit a child like that too at this age and, lessen the interaction, could obviously does not work in the best way. So how can this problem be solved?
Again, I'll come out with 2 things. And the first I would say is give the schools time. Everybody has got caught unaware. And the school's expertise is not virtual teaching. So give them a little time. I'm sure every school is working at improving their technology, improving the training of the teachers. And yes, this thing, I agree completely with you that we cannot just send assignments and the child doing there without interaction. Interaction is most important. And I'm 100% sure that the schools will get there. The second thing I would like to say, the viewers, I'm seeing that I didn't realize that there are so many people out there who wish to have, curriculums, online curriculums for KG and for nursery, etc. And I don't know how I would do it, but I would definitely, I offer to help through Republic TV of providing this kind of links and tried and tested curriculum for the viewers out here who are requesting it. We can, through the website, we can arrange that later. But I'm seeing that it's the need of the hour.
Dispatched. Chandra, I want to come to you because we have been talking about this 3-year-old boy who's now turned into a baker during quarantine. He's also helped the police raise an amount of 50,000 rupees and has been recognized by the police. The most important point being, how can parents try and keep their child motivated and go that extra mile in inspiring the child?
You've absolutely said the right thing, that we should take advantage. There's always a silver lining to every cloud. And I think these 2 months will make parents more involved with the children, will understand what their needs are, will actually enjoy, as you said, making them into little bakers and doing things. In fact, I wish at this age, parents were not so concerned about ABCD and the academics during lockdown. Academics and their writing skills, it'll happen. But there is much more learning that can be done, general knowledge, baking, doing various things in the house, folding your clothes. And all this, if you tell the children to do, they're not going to do it. But it has to be in a interactive game form, engage them, show them, come out with things you knew at your time. Of course, it requires a lot of patience. And I know that parents are also working. And so many people in a house and with limited resources, it'll be very difficult. But I think definitely I would vote for that. And that the children be doing, as we said, flameless cooking and various chores around the... and as we were saying right now about motor skills, those motor skills are going to be built by doing this. The motor skill will be built by your folding clothes. So you need cross motor movement skills, fine motor movement. It's all going to happen by doing, not by learning ABCD. And it'll come. This is 2 months, 4 months. The children will learn the ABCD and writing.
Yes. Yes.
So I would go by what you said right now.
Absolutely, and that is something that the parents also must realize at their end. Chandra and Sangeeta, I'd like to thank you both for joining us on the broadcast today and adding your inputs. I hope this discussion has led to more fruitful solutions that we can come up for these young children who are at such a tender age, and of course many of them who are probably yearning to go to play school, but it's not possible during the lockdown. We don't know what happens in the 4th phase, but yes, probably a way of life that we all have to take to. Thank you so much for joining us, and of course for our viewers,
I wish all the parents
thank you for calling in.
Best. It'll all happen. Thank you.